I'm really struggling with some things in disc golf right now, and mainly it's my backhand. As I have expressed over the last couple of videos, my backhand is by far, I would say personally, by far the weakest part of my game. And it's to the point where it's really frustrating. And I have been trying to also focus on having fun playing disc golf and making videos for Gladiator Disc Golf and all those things and competing well in tournaments. But it's really hard to enjoy those things as much as I want to when I feel that there's an aspect of my game that is so inadequate that I don't feel like I can compete within my division. Forget with the best of the best, within my division. And so instead of feeling bad for myself, something that I am doing this summer is something called a summer challenge. And I'm really, really excited about this. I know it's going to be a challenge, obviously, and I know it's going to be difficult, but it's something I'm really looking forward to. The summer challenge is this. My goal by the end of this summer is to throw a stable mid-range. We're talking a straight flyer, not understable, not overstable, but a stable mid-range, 300 feet. I was recently out at the field throwing stable mid-ranges. We're talking Mako 3s, Discmania Origins, and Prodigy M4s. Kind of, as I'm doing these, I'm also trying to learn which mold I want to be my stable mid-range. And that's another video for another time. But I've been taking all these molds that I'm working with and trying to throw 300 feet. And one thing that I'm finding is that my backhand throw with a stable mid-range goes between about 240 and 260 feet. To be quite frank, not only do I hate that, and it frustrates me to no end, we're talking max distance, by the way. We're not talking like I'm just out there fluffing it 250 feet, like max distance 240 to 260 feet to get the full flight out of it. And so as I'm working with all this, and like I said in the intro, thinking about a way to improve this summer challenge came to mind. And it's something that I have the ability to do now in the summer and to work hard at it. And I have two goals with this summer challenge. Goal number one is pretty obvious, and it's a completely selfish goal. It's for me to throw a mid-range 300 feet. Because if I can throw a mid-range, a stable mid-range 300 feet, I have all the ability to throw a fairway driver, backhand, and, in my opinion, a distance driver backhand. If I can't throw a mid-range 300 feet, I do not have the arm speed or the proper form to be throwing a distance driver and not using improper form. So, very selfish reason number one. It's all about me, okay? But reason number two, it's you guys. I want to help you guys get better. And I know I've made a lot of videos, and I believe in every single one of the videos that I've put out, I believe that every single one of them can help you guys get better. But none of them are a regiment, a schedule of how to get better. And so this summer challenge that I'm doing is for you guys as well. Because what I'm going to be doing with this is outlining how to improve. How you can do the same thing that I'm doing. If you can only throw a putter 150 feet, you'll be able to take these same practices and say, okay, now I'm going to be able to throw it 200 feet. If you can throw a fairway driver 350 feet, I truly believe that once this process is done, you will be able to use this same process and say, okay, now I want to throw it 400 feet. And that's what I want to provide for you guys, is some kind of schedule and structure and practice regimen to help you improve your throws. So the big question is, how do I gain this 40 to 60 extra feet? Because like I said, I throw about 240 to 260 feet backhand, kind of really pushing it. Have I reached 275 a handful of times? Yes, I have. And I've been stoked. But I don't do it consistently, so I'm not counting those outliers. How do I gain that 40 to 60 feet of extra distance? Well, there are a couple things that I have identified as ways to improve this. One, clean up my form. There are different aspects of this, but mainly I just need to clean it up, make it really seamless, make it really streamlined. Number two is be consistent. Don't overthink it, and don't constantly be changing up grip, changing up form. And consistency comes with practice. Number three, and I truly believe that this is probably my biggest issue, is I have a huge mental barrier when it comes to throwing backhand hard. I think it probably comes from when I started out and was throwing and trying to gain distance and just throwing as hard as I could and maybe not getting distance and hurting my arm, or just not having any control of the disc. And so I have sort of mentally blockaded myself from being able to throw as hard as necessary. And I don't just mean muscling the disc, I mean like using my body to actually throw the disc with good form and to throw it hard and to throw it well. I have a mental barrier, and that is something that I need to overcome. And so that is, number three in this list here of what I need to do to get the 40 to 60 extra feet of distance. And number four is throwing it flat. I'm not trying to achieve this throwing Anheuser, okay? Is throwing a flex shot 300 feet awesome? Yes, it is, and it's a good skill to have. But I'm talking about pure distance. And I have a lot of natural hyzer in my throw, and which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I'm really wanting to hit this 300 foot mark with a stable mid-range flat, okay? Not Annie, not hyzer, nice and flat. And then number five is kind of a joke, but also kind of how I feel and how I think sometimes, is stop sucking at disc golf. That's the fifth way for me to get the 40 to 60 extra feet. So we have four serious things I need to do. One, kind of ties in, not so serious, kind of joking, and hopefully a little comic relief here. If you think that there's something that I am drastically missing that I need to add to this series, or you have some tips and tricks that you want to share with me on ways that I can improve, please leave them in the comments below. Let me know. So I hope you guys appreciated this video, and I hope that this series will be helpful for you. It's going to be about 5 to 6 videos, hoping to post every week to 2 weeks. I'm trying not to leave too much of a gap in between each of the updates. So stay tuned for that. I'm super excited about this stuff. There will be other videos intermittently, and hopefully in those videos you'll see some progress as well. So that's all I have for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And don't forget to check out gladiatordiscgolf.com. Until next time, guys, have a great round.